Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Stockport. Today, I thought we'd start on the page of Ander Abasolo, a player who's kind of come in and out of my favour this season, but has played predominantly every single game. I've just been a little bit confused sometimes about him. Sometimes I feel like he's going to be a world beater, and other times I feel like not so much. Although, I'm still very, very happy with the guy so far, considering that he cost £1.7 million. That, to me, is the main thing about Ander that sets him apart, is the price tag that was put on him initially, and that is a bargain for me, no doubt. Abasolo has taken over the pre-game music. He revs the team up with his hardcore techno mixtapes. Yeah, and I bet he loves hard bass as well while he's at it. Rumour has it that Pedro didn't realise he was signing for Stockport, but rather Manchester City. Bridges and Booty have told him to play along with it, chanting Blue Mood all the time. Yeah, a few people probably reckon that Pedro might have figured he was joining the other blue side of Manchester. But hey, I think he's settled in quite nicely at the club. He's been scoring goals, even if not at the frequency that perhaps we would have thought towards the start of the season. However, I feel like that's... Obviously, it is down to him, but I feel like there's a knock-on effect in that overall, I just don't think we're scoring as many goals as we were last year. But I think that's starting to start to click a little bit more. You know, we managed to get 2 against Spurs and didn't concede. The fact that we're staying so solid in theory at the back, for the most part anyway, is definitely helping. But the fact that we are starting, you know, we scored 2 against Spurs, we just need to stop winning those 1-0 games where we should be dominating and hitting 5 goals past teams. Last year, those would have been 5, you know, and that's what we need to get back to. Could home form be affected by playing at a different stadium? Now, this is an interesting point, actually, because I hadn't really considered that. The fact that we've been playing all our home games in Bolton, I don't know whether the game actually has any kind of way of modelling that and whether you do perform worse when you're not playing in your home stadium. So I'd be interested to know if anyone knows anything about that. We move into the new Edgeley Park, so to speak. I mean, it's still the same stadium, but our newly increased capacity Edgeley Park, I believe, on the 1st of April, so that could be a massive joke, to be fair. So hopefully we'll play the last few games of the season in our new home stadium with a 19,000 capacity. It's going to be nice to be able to play at home next year, basically. And once again, the Manchester City game has now been moved for a second time, pushed back another month to, I think, April 1st, actually, which, again, could be a joke. So, yeah, that game was supposed to be played in, like, early January, and now it's been pushed all the way back to bloody April. So there you go. Today we're going to do Fulham and Leicester live comms instead then. It's been a bit of a weird one to try and figure out because I did want to play the Manchester City one, and I think we're still going to be able to, but we're just going to have to move some stuff around a little bit, you know? Anyway, we've had 2 games off camera. We've had a league game and a cup game to see if we can get through to the next round of the cup, and we've got some games today. So let's get into things. First up on the chopping block was a very, very good performance away at Southampton in the FA Cup. I was a bit concerned about this one. We took the lead early on through Akwebu, which was really nice. It was nice to see him get another goal. He had an absolutely wonderful day. It's amazing he didn't win man of the match, really, but there you go. Got a goal and an assist, and also 6 key passes on the night. Akwebu was controlling that midfield. I'm a huge fan of him. Unfortunately, Frederick Mitzur, Mitzhue? I don't know. Someone who's Swedish or Danish, or let me know how you pronounce that surname. I'm kind of interested in it. Mitzhue? Confusing one. But unfortunately, he got a long-range shot away, which was frustrating because we had Charlie Dyer in the right position this time, and the shot just went right through him. A bit of a shame, but there you go. But thankfully, it was time for Josef Bajsa to step up in the second half, and that is exactly what he did. Now that he's sponsored by Owen Fitzsimons on the Patreon, maybe that's why he started playing better, so we might have Owen to thank for that. But what a performance in the second half this was. A goal in the 62nd minute to give us the league, another one in the 81st minute when it was played in behind by Akwebu, and then we won a penalty in the 85th minute, which Josef Bajsa dispatched lovely, and that's his second hat-trick of the season, I think. He is really looking like an absolute player now, and it's so nice to see. And then next up, we were at home to Wolves in the league. I figured this would be quite a difficult game, but honestly, it could have been more goals. We were actually really good. Pedro gave us the lead with a lovely goal to start the game. Just laid off to him by Bajsa. He cuts inside, bang, goal. Lovely old job. And then Bajsa gets himself a goal on the stroke of half-time, assisted by Ander Abasolo. 2-0 up going into half-time. I was very, very confident we were playing really well. Wolves were doing nothing, and that was nice. In the second half, we got a nice one from David Mello, a volley. The ball was put in from a free kick, headed away by the defender, and David Mello, just inside the area, volleys it home for his, I think his third and our third of the night as well. 3-0 up at home to Wolves and cruising. Very disappointed to let them score a goal in stoppage time, to be honest. Roussel lost the ball when he could have just passed it to any of the couple of players around him, put into the middle because he was out of position, and Capodici scored. For some reason, he was given man of the match because he scored a goal. Like, he did nothing for the entire game, as you can see. So I don't know how the game decided that he was on an 8.1 as a result of that. Look at us. How did none of our players win man of the match? And in what world would a player from Wolves win man of the match when they did nothing all game except score a tap-in consolation in the 92nd minute? That would never happen. But there you go. I'm pissed about that, I am. Stockport 3, Wolves 1. Another win under our belt. I think that's 9 in 10 now in the league. back to our best. And that leaves the league looking like this. We're still not in the top half, but we do have a game in hand on some of the teams above us now because it's that Manchester City game, unfortunately. But some teams have played more than 2 games than us. So it's definitely, we're in a good position, still chasing down those teams above, but it's going to be difficult. You know, Fulham aren't bad, but they're not going down, but they're not doing anything else other than that. Leicester, a very good side. That'll be crazy, crazy difficult, particularly as I think it's away from home. I also got a load of new staff, some new scouts, new sports scientists, and a new ass man, because Paul Driver was rubbish at this point. I sacked him, got his contract terminated, and we've got a new guy who's got really good stats, and it should just help us a little bit with my assistant giving me advice, and that's quite important in these games now. So we travelled to Craven Cottage to play against Yaya Touré's Fulham. I'm happy with this starting 11. Bruno Bridges has been brilliant yet again. Won his place back in the team for a second season. He's just so good. I think Bruno Bridges is basically going to play there until we find a Bednar Dimitrov player to play on that right-hand side for us. And it's been so difficult to pick anyone out. But that Melo, Akwebu and Dyer partnership in the midfield is really working out too. The links are coming up nicely. Bice's putting goals in. Everybody's happy. So Fulham play this weird-ass system where, well, I mean, you can see what they're going to do. Right-sided player there, the left-sided one doesn't really do that much. I'm guessing it's the wing-backs, particularly. Fulham, when they play this system, they do confuse me a bit. They're generally speaking quite a defensive team that's set up, but then they actually had some decent opportunities against us earlier this year and probably should have won at Edgeley Park. So I'm a bit concerned about how we're going to do today, particularly with Dyer in the team. But I feel like hopefully the changes we've made should allow us to get some joy, but we'll see. This one could be one of those banana skins for me. But I guess since it is away from home, we were probably due a slip up. We've actually taken maximum points from what I would consider the winnable games, and even some bonus ones against like the Spurs and whatnot. So I wouldn't be too bothered, but I would like to see us put in a solid performance if we can do. Rakip. They've got a lot of players on this edge of the area problem, and saved by Wilson again. They are really boxing us in there. This has been an absolutely dominant start from Fulham to this match. We need to get away with it and see what we can come up with. Fulham are getting a lot of bookings at the moment. Pedro's free kick. Oh, it's straight in the back of the net. Fulham have not really done anything since the opening 10, 12 minutes of this match, where they were brilliant, take nothing away from them. But I think now that we've started to win some possession, settle the game down, now we've won a free kick, Pedro's pinged it in the back of the net, and we lead at Craven Cottage. This is the perfect moment for us. Right, how do we go from here in the second half? That's kind of the key for me. Get to half-time. We're slowly eking out more and more of the ball as the game wears on now. Well, it's undeniable. I'd say we were very fortunate to be in front at half-time. We've rode our luck a little bit in places, but Pedro's managed to score us a free kick. Fulham are definitely getting in with the fouls, though. Lots of fouls and lots of yellow cards, and I reckon a red might not be too far away from them. So we need to look at what we can do to be better in the second half. And I also think that distributing to the fullbacks probably work better because there's so much space out wide, and they've got no wide players at all. And I'm actually tempted to again move to whip. I need to put this on as default. I think I'm going to turn off work ball into the box and just give us a bit more license to have a pop occasionally, because maybe a David Mello long shot might give us an extra goal or two. Well, goal. 2 would be a bit much. We're mostly shooting from range apparently. We've had yeah, we are actually, but we've got good long range shooters, so we can get away with that when we're 1-0 up. Bednar ball across Mello. Oh, he's put it in the bottom corner. David, well, there you go. Just as I was saying. Camille Bednar with the assist. David Mello puts it in the bottom corner, and it's 2-0 to Stockport here at Craven Cottage. I still feel like this is a game that could be very, very even, and we got away with it in the early stages. But the quality has just kind of shown throughout the match. Great work here from Mello. That is a lovely little strike in the bottom corner. 4th of the year for him. Fulham 0, Stockport 2. Right, let's just keep going. Pedro's ball. Talah's header. Oh, it's in. It's 3-0. Talah Canmaz. What about that for a header? We've scored from an indirect free kick, and we lead 3-0 at Craven Cottage. This is more like it. We're suddenly scoring goals. A wonderful ball from Pedro. Talah rises highest, and it's in the bottom corner. 3-0 at the Cottage. Oh, we're rocking now. And it's now a penalty. It's a penalty to Stockport. We have a chance to go 4 here. What's the bet? Pedro hits the post. And oh, I think Llorente could be about to go as well. Yep, he's off. Fulham down to 10 now as well. Pedro steps up. And he smashes it home. Fulham 0, Stockport 4. Pedro's 16th of the year now. What a performance tonight. This has really turned things around from the opening stages of the game, when they were looking really solid. But we just made a couple of little tweaks at half-time particularly, and it's really just allowed us to skate away into the channel. And Bruno Bridges has done superbly. Uh-oh, watch it. Oh my God, Bruno. I had a feeling something like that might happen. Well, the moment that ball went into the channel and Bruno was ahead, I thought, why are we seeing this? That is just awful. I'm sorry. That is utterly awful. He couldn't have put a better cross in for their player. Why would you do it that way? Why wouldn't you just kick it out of play? That's shocking. But we now have the extra man as well, so that's definitely going to help. Pedro. And Bicer can bring this down, maybe. He's through. Oh my goodness, it's 5-1. Josef Bicer. That is a glorious piece of centre-forward play. That's when he doesn't get the chance to do much. But Pedro, again, is man of the match today for me by a comfortable margin. He's got 2 goals, and I think he might have 2 assists, but this is a stunning ball into the place. Bicer does well here to take it away from the defender, but that finish from there is a brilliant play. Fulham 1, Stockport 5. The goals are back, lads. Bednar now. The pressure's coming back again. Mello. Into the channel for Bicester. Can he score again? Oh, he should do. Bicester should be scoring there. Those are the ones you cannot be missing. Yeah, in the end, I'd say that's a pretty good result, really. Fulham 1, Stockport 5. Away from home, a wonderful win. We move up to 8th, I think, because of the goal difference. Performance of a lifetime. Pedro, brilliant. 2 goals and 2 assists. That is the Pedro that I signed. That's the first time I think we've really seen him do his job flawlessly. Right, we're back. I've come in early because I forgot that there could have been a youth intake, but it's been a little bit earlier this year. Usually it's like 10th of March onwards, so I figured it might be the next episode, but it's actually here, so we're going to put it in now. We've got no Golden Generation stuff, which we've got every reason to be excited about Dan Short, who has the potential to be one of the most gifted players to come through the youth ranks in recent years. So it feels like the type of season where we're only maybe going to get one player of quality. But with the squad we've got, who knows how this is actually going to work out. Is he? Oh, yeah, he's decent. No one else is really that amazing, to be honest. Any cool names, at least? Lewis Robinson, Jay Field, Corey Finch, Danny Blackburn, Matthew Thompson. Not really. So let's check out Dan Short, centre midfielder. Metsala. Ooh, he's sort of in a position, gets forward whenever possible. All right, so we've got to take that into mind. So maybe even box to box, to be honest. Dribbling and finishing isn't great. Long shots are okay. His passing's not great. He's not super short. He's got a good personality. The irony being he's 5'10" and he's called Short. So let me know what you guys think, of course, but I think he's a decent prospect for us in the midfield. Nothing amazing, but I definitely has a lot of things I like about him. His natural fitness is very low, though, which could be an issue. His jumping reach is very poor as well, despite being 5'10". I don't know. Let me know what you think about Dan Short, and let's get to the Leicester game. So we're back on the Leicester game day. Annoyingly, Chelsea have started to remember that they're a football team now, and it does seem that they're going to start clawing back up. So, in all honesty, if we want to get into Europe this year, which, again, would be a crazy achievement considering where we were not that long ago, I think we actually need to beat Leicester here, because that would actually bring the gap down to just 3 points between us and them, and we'd still have a game in hand on them, albeit against City. Because I think Chelsea are going to start to stretch their legs a bit, and Leicester might be the team that we're all chasing. So, if we can get one more win under our belt, and we are the favourites, that would be phenomenal. Because what is our record, actually, at the moment? We just checked, and we've actually won 10 of our last 11 league games, and that is some form like mad. We're beating the teams that we need to be beating, which is the exact opposite of what we were doing at the start of the year. Today could be a bit more difficult, though, because it is Leicester, and they are a good side, but you never know. I mean, he seems all right. But we'll have McKengo on the bench just in case. I think we can go with Roussel. Again, I'm happy to go with the same 11 because they've been performing so well lately. Even Charlie Dyer has been okay. And we're starting to score a few more goals now because maybe because Dyer's in the team. I don't know. Maybe he does offer us something getting forward in games. Well, he clearly does. I am very keen to avenge the Leicester game. Maybe if we could avoid just not letting them score directly from the kickoff, that'd be fantastic. We are at home and our form is massively good lately, so maybe if we win this game, if we were to win this game, I would say that we're actually right in that battle for a European place then. If we win this would be our marker to say, yes, we're involved. But I think we'll struggle here. Get out to him. Dyer does fantastically. Gets his toe on it. Oh, here we go. Bit more space. Abasola, can he figure out Pedro? He can! Pedro's through! That is the type of goal we've been missing. He's finally starting to score them. He's been hitting the post or getting those saved so often. 8 minutes on the clock. We've scored a goal. Pedro does well. This is a lovely work. Akwebu slips it into Abasola. He makes that run through the middle, slips it through for Pedro, finally makes a run beyond the last defender, and that's a beautiful shot in the bottom corner. 1-0 Stockport already. 17 for this lovely roll as well. And just as we say that, David Mello is injured. Directly from that. In fact, has the kickoff even happened yet? Akwebu back to Bruno. Can he whip a ball in? He does! Abasola! Oh my god, what a chance that was for 2-0. That had to be a goal. Bruno Bridges, despite that mistake against Fulham, he has still been absolutely rock solid for us as a defensive player when he's been called upon. Ball whipped over the top. I think this is going to be a simple one for the keeper. Oh my god, Bice's through! And it's now 2-0. Wow, that was just as bad as what Bruno did in the last game. Josef Bizer pouncing on the mistake. This time he puts it in and we're 2-0 up. Was this just an aimless ball over the top from Morgan Roussel? But Bicer followed it in. Kurtzy, yeah, not great at all. Goalkeeper terrible. Bicer's 16th goal of the year, and we're 2-0 up at home to Leicester. Now we're flying, but we need to make sure that we stay on top here because we're a bit fortunate to be in front. That is a good half-time score. Stockport 2, Leicester 0. Pedro with a lovely goal. Bicer pouncing on the mistake. My only worry is Mello. And the fact, we've limited them to 2 shots. This is perfect from what we want right now, but we do need to be careful still. Please no. We've been defending free kicks in training. Oh my god, come on. They've done nothing. 55 minutes in, completely unmarked. What a save from Wilson. It comes amazingly straight back to the same player, and he puts it in. Here we go. Come on, let's just get a late one. just to finish. Oh my god, Akwebu! He's put it in from range. Stockport 3, Leicester 1, and you've got to say we deserve the win on the night. We've been phenomenally good in this match. A little bit of a lapse in judgment for the free kick, which is annoying because I've actually had them training defending free kicks at pieces. What about that? Oh my god! Full on the volley. He knees it up with one leg and hits it with his left. That is amazing. Bajsa does... Oh, that's superb. What a touch from Josef Bajsa. When he gets on it, he can really pull that sort of stuff off. Oh, lots of space at the back post for Zé Maria. Acres of space. He's it. How was that? I think the keeper got a touch on that. Get out to him, lads. Oh, party story. He's got to square it. And, well, Bednar's fouled him, and he could... Oh, don't get red carded, Camille. There's no need for that. We're winning the match. They're not going to come back and win the game. I mean, sorry, that is a red card offence. There is no way that shouldn't be that has to be a red card. Denis Suarez to step up for Leicester. And it's smashed down the middle. 3-2 is such a flattering scoreline on Leicester City. It's unbelievable. Earlier this season, we'd have lost this game 2-1 because of that, but we've taken our chances a bit more today. 3-2 is still incredibly flattering on them. They did nothing in the match apart from that free kick and the penalty. We really should have had more goals, but Pedro, Bajsa, and Akwebu's goals, I'm a bit worried about David Mello, though. Twisted ankle, 3 to 4 weeks. We've got the best physios we can get, so it's definitely better than it would have been. Well, there we have it. 29 games played. We're up into 9th place, finally back in the top half. We're only 2 points off of the European spots now, and that battle has just got much, much closer now. We're right in it. We're in the best form in the league, probably. 11 wins in 12 league games, I think that is now. So, next episode, we're going to do Manchester City, because I keep promising the game, and it's finally here on the 1st of April. So, Southampton off camera, Man City in the FA Cup off camera, and then Newcastle at home. Southampton and Newcastle, they're not exactly big, tough, losable games. The issue is going to come here, where we are running. City, Everton's going to be tough. Arsenal, Huddersfield, Man City. West Brom's the only really easy game in there. In theory, is West Brom. Our running is going to be crazy tough. And if we finish higher than I think we're going to, then that is going to be one hell of a year. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this episode, and I hope you have, we are on a roll right now. The goals are flying in left, right, and centre. 3 goals or more in our last 3 games. That's what I like to see. Drop a like on the video, not for my ego, for the YouTube algorithm. Feed it. Push me up whatever rankings they have. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I'll join you guys in the next episode for a Manchester City game. You never know. If we win that, then something is definitely going right. See you guys soon. Ta for watching. Bye-bye.